Probably gonna be something that I do all the time. My brain is not in performing mode right now. So let's just do Emergence. I love that piece. And yes, here we go. This is Emergence. You've probably heard it before, especially my regulars. But it's fine. Here it is again. This emergence is an emergency. In order for me to grow sufficiently, I have to go. I have to spread my wings and fly away to every accessible unknown place. The sky's the limit. But often I disguise the limit as forbidden territory. I balanced on boundary lines. I was conflicted with how much is too much and not enough, you see. My cocoon became my favorite costume. And I had to undergo metamorphosis deeper than what the eye can see to discover my destiny. I had to take flight despite being scared of heights, these heights, this might, this blinding light. How can one be intimidated by their own potential? Why be fearful when you can be faithful? Why do anything less than what sets your soul on fire? But the thing is, it would take work. I spent so many restless nights till I was content with my content. I found clarity in every creation and discovered the beauty in isolation. Art was the one thing I knew, the one thing I know would never hurt or leave me. Every stage I stepped foot on, the fire went ablaze, summoning a glorious cremation of the girl I once was, and I became reincarnated into the star that I was destined to be. Because that emergence was an emergency in order for me to grow sufficiently. And now I no longer suppress and neglect my unquestionable divinity. Thank y'all so much. That was Emergence, written by me. All righty, let's get into our first sign up, shall we? I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Kelsey, ready to go? Wanna go first? Clap up, Kelsey, you guys. Let's shake it up. You need to stand, or did you want sit?
I did not put any thought into it, but
it's okay.
So I'll just do what you did.
Okay, that's okay. Sit.
Alrighty. And I'm probably not going to actually use it. Can y'all hear me without the microphone? No?
It's better.
Alrighty. Okay. I'm Kelsey. I sort of, I guess, gather poems to a certain extent. This one is by Billy Collins. It was kind of fun and cool to me because I recently turned 30 and had an existential crisis. So this is Memento Mori by Billy Collins. It doesn't take much to remind me what a mayfly I am. What a soap bubble floating over the children's party. Standing under the bones of a dinosaur in a museum does the trick every time. Or confronting in a vitrine a rock from the moon. Even the Church of St. Anne will do, a structure I just noticed in a magazine, built in 1972 of sandstone and limestone in the city of Cork. And the realization that no one who ever breasted the waters of time has figured out a way to avoid dying. It always pulls me up by the reins and settles me down by a roadside, grateful for the sweet weeds and the mouthfuls of colorful wildflowers. So many reminders of my mortality, here, there, and elsewhere, visible at every hour. Pretty much everything I can think of, except you, sign over the door of this bar in Cocoa Beach, proclaiming that it was established, though established does not sound quite right, in 1996. Sorry, I almost messed up the punchline. Anyway, that was it.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. I love when you guys bring in poems that are in other books about other authors. That is a fun fact. You are allowed to do that. You don't have to just perform original work. You come in and share something. So thank you for sharing that with us. Yes, good job. All righty. Let's see here. Connor, are you ready? Yeah. Clap up, Connor, guys. You need to stand or okay.
Hello, hello.
Yes, I also took a piece from, this one's actually from a movie called Isle of Dogs. It's a Wes Anderson stop-motion. The story is written by Kenichi Nomura, Roman Coppola, Jason Schwartzman, and Wes Anderson. It's this like adorable, like, dystopian stop-motion animation about these 5 dogs, and they're on this like garbage patch island because the mayor of this town, the fake town called Megasaki, is just super anti-dog. So to set the scene, there's a pack of 5 dogs, walking around. Oh, thank you. there's a pack of 5 dogs walking around, and they see a small passenger plane crash land, and they're going to, just go on a hike, and it's really far away, so they're just kind of walking and talking, and one of the dogs starts bringing up, what's your favorite food? And the leader of the pack is a stray dog, of course, because he's versed with this lifestyle already. And they'll go on, their favorite dog treat or wet food or whatever. And then one of the dogs asks, how about you, Chief? What's your favorite food? Me? I don't care. Garbage, trash, scraps of rubbish. I'm used to leftovers. The 4 other dogs nod and murmur, thoughtful, sympathetic. Of course, I wasn't always a stray. The 5 dogs interrupt. What do you mean? You had a master? Chief begins. I've been hunted by dog catchers all my life. I'm not easy to trap. I've got 3 captures on my record, where I got sent to the pound, and the first 2 times I escaped in 24 hours. But the 3rd time, I got adopted before I could finish the breakout tunnel. It was a big family, 5 kids, 2 other dogs already. They stuck me in the back of a station wagon and drove me out to the middle of the sticks. Grass, trees, a swimming pool, cartoons on TV. Anyway, one morning a week later, the youngest boy, his name was Toshiro, woke me up at 6:15, bright-eyed and wide awake, and tried to pet me. He didn't mean anything by it. He was just being friendly. Apparently, I bit him so hard I nearly chewed his hand off. Blood all over the kitchen floor. They rushed him to the emergency room, and I got padlocked out in the tool shed with the lights out. Gave me some time to think. What happened? Why did I do that? To this day, I have no idea. I guess he scared me. I bite. That night, an old woman, she must have been the grandmother, brought me a bowl of homemade hibachi chili. I like to think she cooked it for me personally, but who knows? Maybe it was just more leftovers. You've got a tick. Chief grabs a tick off one of the other dogs. Anyway, that's my favorite food I ever ate. The old woman made a good bowl of chili. What happened after that? One dog asks. I dug my way out by morning, jumped in the back of a dump truck, and hitched back to Megasaki. I was always a street dog, let's face it.
All right, clap up Connor one more time, guys. Hi. I love that. That was interesting. I was getting some, I know it was like dogs and things like that, but I was like feeling some, dang, I'm trying not to say the wrong things, but I was feeling some metaphors and just things about like life and leftovers and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not being given, my mind was somewhere, okay?
I work in this really like grungy industry, and
yeah.
I've been around a lot of these guys who are like all, big macho guys.
Mm-hmm.
They all have this kind of soft side to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting some things. Okay, hopefully y'all understand what I mean. Okay, let's see here. Rachel, are you ready? Rachel Greer? Grace?
Yeah.
Rachel Greer? Oh, okay. I was like, can I not read, or am I am I being tricked right now? Are you ready? You ready to perform? Okay. Clap up Grace, guys. Sorry about that. Grace. Do you need the mic, or do you want to? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Grace, and this is my original poem, and it's called Because I Can. I can drive a car into your fence before you notice that I am not 1, Irish, 2, German, 3, Catholic, or 4, black. But that's okay, because I'll be gone. How easy it is to flick the switch on and off and on, light so much as a gift to the friend in a car heading west, 100 down the highway, an example of drunk driving videos played at driving school because that's off, then on. And I may not be 18, but I am gone, past the fields and into the hospital room. Push, keep pushing, we can see the head, like the baby to my teeth trying to grip the bed of a coffin, off, then on, then gone. The lights went black that day, the day the orchestra played Amazing Grace for my white baby. Fentanyl is the real problem with our youth. Then college applications turn prospective deals. You finally fulfilled the high school stage of plastic pins, green leaves the shape of cigarettes, and head in the bathroom before you realize Superman doesn't exist. And Batman is just a tale to scare children, and you are nothing more than a light switch. So manipulatable, so bright, and so easy.
Ooh, that little last line, little last session did something to me. Golly. All right. All right, so we're going to segue a little bit just to take a little break in between performers. If you just walked in, if you would like to perform, I'm going to set the pin. Sorry. If you just walked in and you would like to perform, I have set the pen and the pad over there, or you could just come speak to me and I can put your name on it. Alrighty, so David, did you want to tell about any events that we have coming up at Back to Nature?
Well, there's always something fun going on over here. This time it's probably me. Let me try and get between the speakers so it's not catching it.
Got you. Okay, cool.
Should I like hide in the woods maybe? I might actually. Let me see.
Can you imagine that we like start off Spoken Woods? We're like way over yonder. You just hear a voice.
Maybe we should try that next year or next month. But we always have something going on here. We have Mother's Day coming up May 12th, and we actually have a live performer. We have a private chef that's catering it, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So Celia is the live performer. She does a bunch of original pieces, so if you do want to come to Mother's Day brunch, it is something you have to sign up for and get your tickets ahead of time. And then after that, we actually have a Midsummer's Night Cabaret on May 18th, and that one will include unlimited wine, and it has performance, and it is actually not adult only. There's nothing too risque with the cabaret, or at least this one, and it does benefit an animal shelter as well, so we do have a portion of the proceeds going to that. So those are the next two events we have coming up, but we always have something, so definitely check our Facebook page as well as our website, which is backtonatureaugusta.com.
Alright, thank you, David. And then we also have a vendor. We have Haley over there. David, can you pass her that mic so she can tell about the product that she has?
Hi everybody, I'm Haley. I work at Humana Treehouse, and my friend actually started this tea business. Right now we only have one tea blend, and I'm vending for him today. But we have a hibiscus tea. It has hibiscus, oolong, and mint. It's good to fight off cancer cells, blood pressure, weight loss, metabolism, anything in that realm. I have a few bottles left today, and we also sell tea leaves. Typically, I don't have them with me, but I have some cards up here as well. And then also I have some flyers over here. We'll be vending kind of like a rave in the woods at the end of the month, and it's Alice in Wonderland themed, and all the proceeds go to 2 local animal rescues. So if you have time, come check out the tea and come grab a flyer.
All right, thank you, Haley. So be sure to go out, really, okay. Be sure to stop by her table, purchase some tea as well as see the flyers and support the other events. So, Mother's Day was mentioned, so we just gonna do a little fun thing. Y'all know I like doing fun things, okay? So, do we have any mothers in the building? Yes, beautiful, beautiful. And everybody has a mom, right? Dang, that could have been dark. Oh my God, I have to watch what I say sometimes. Jesus. So let's just go around and tell either what's your favorite thing about being a mom or what's your favorite thing about your mom. Or if that's a touchy subject, maybe we can do what do you look forward to being a mom one day? Or if you have mothers around you, maybe you observe them. What is your favorite quality about them? Had to like revive myself because I didn't realize I was not trying to do that. I'm gonna go first because my mom is always here. This is my mom, guys. Clap her up. My favorite thing about my mom is her resilience, for sure, because life be lifing, okay? But you know, it's just beautiful to see her just always still trying, still fighting, still working on herself. You know what I'm saying? Healing never ends. Evolution never ends, no matter how old you get. And yeah, like just seeing her grow up with me, essentially. That is my favorite thing about my mother. So yes. Who else would like to speak? I gave a variety of options. Yes. Tell us your name as well.
I'm Denise, and I have 2 sons, and probably the best thing is watching them when they discovered something for the first time.
Yeah,
if it was language or it was insects or it was just an experience of water, spraying on them, or a bird pecking their fingers, or just a moment where they reacted and looking at that joy for the first time.
How old are your sons now?
One is passed on at 33 and the other is 30.
Oh, sweet. Yes.
Sorry for your loss as well. This got really sensitive. Okay. Sorry, I'm an Aquarius, so I'd be a little silly when it comes to emotions. Anybody else would like to tell about their favorite thing about motherhood, their favorite thing about being a mom, speak about women who may be mothers in their lives? Anybody else? Yes, Connor?
So I feel like I've always had this kind of like, oh, I really love my mom, and oh my God, I hate my mom, and like it's just kind of like teen angst type of thing. But there's also a lot of like, true things that are grievances. But one thing I wrote about my mom one time when I was feeling really like sentimental and positive was she's almost like a lighthouse. Like she's very constant and like always trying to guide me and show me things that she understands about the world. And even though I, disagree with a lot of things or I don't want to follow the guidance, it's very nice to have that like constant thing in my life that's always there. So it's like a lighthouse. Like you don't have to go to it, but you see it and it's there for you. Yeah, I don't know.
I love that so much. Oh my goodness. Clap up Connor, guys. Clap everyone up that has spoken so far. Yeah, I will speak on this subject, something that I'm learning. I am 23 for reference, so I'm little spring chicken, I guess. You really realize, I think you get to this age, I have felt the teenage angst and things like that. You realize that your parents are kids too, and it's their first time here and they're figuring it out. That pipeline from, oh, this is mom and dad, or oh, this is my parents, to dang, this is a person as well. No one prepares you at all. And it's hard. It's a lot to process. But when you realize that, it gives you a lot more understanding and a lot more room for grace and forgiveness even. So I really resonated with that. And I'm sure a lot of us, a lot of us can. So yes, beautiful answer. Did anyone else want to go? Yes? Yes? Okay, we're gonna hear from my mom.
I think I'm gonna speak on my own mother. I think the one thing that I love about her is watching how she loves my kids. Me and her didn't grow up with the best relationship, but watching, and when you're growing up, you kind of feel like, oh, I need my mom for this, I need my mom for that. And to be honest, I would go through a lot of things all over again just to watch her be there for my kids and love on my kids the way that she does. Because as a mom, I never had to worry about my kids. I was able to go out, chase my dreams. I was able to go to school, work. And if I couldn't be there, my mom was always there for my kids. So she kind of made up for the times when, like she said, she was growing up. She had me when she was only 17 years old. So she was growing up and trying to figure things out as she was trying to raise me at the same time. But she, when I had my kids, she was essentially around the age that I am now, and she just pours so much into my kids. And when I first had kids, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit jealous of it, because I'm like, dang, I didn't get this part of my mom. But just watching how she loves on my kids, and just there's a level of anxiety, there's a level of stress that I never had to have as a mom, just because of what my mom does for my kids.
All right, thanks. Shout out to my mom again. And shout out to my grandma. We call her Nanny. Yeah, beautiful answer as well. Did anyone else want to speak? I think Grace, yes?
My favorite thing about my mom, she actually loves spoken words, and she was sad she couldn't be here. But my favorite thing about her is not just as a mom, but as a person. She is one of the most selfless people that I actually know. And she gives up. Sorry.
It's okay.
She gives up a lot of herself for me and my family.
God dang, we getting deep. Okay, sorry, I gotta be comic relief around here. Okay. You want a hug? You good?
I think those are good scenes.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. If you're like me, I can handle emotions and things like that, but also I laugh out of you know. So yeah, yes, beautiful answer. Yes. Did anyone else want to speak? Yes. Hi, what's your name?
I'm T.
Yeah, you can hold it.
Okay. Yeah, so I think when I moved out of my mom's place finally was when I realized she's also a person. And I think even growing up through all the teen angst and things like that, I realized, wow, she's really an optimist no matter what. Because she's a retired high school teacher, so, and she would drive an hour each way every day too, and she had a problem child me, so yeah. she really was an optimist through all of that, and it impressed me. And even though I'm a bit of a cynical person and maybe like a bit neurologically different, she kind of planted a seed of hope in me, and I'm really thankful for that.
That's good. Beautiful answer as well. Yes. Anybody else wanted to? Yes, Kelsey, and then I'll come back to you again. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so my relationship with my mom is complicated like anybody else with a brain, and I was gonna, this is very, is this a safe space for like, vulnerability or whatever in here?
As you can see.
Okay. So, I used to perform Shakespeare for a living, and my mom was really disappointed by this life path. Like, she was like, let's be a doctor. Let's like do something with the college dollars and all of the emotional support and everything that I gave you. And I had some things happen, and I recently like returned back to town. And there is a song by an artist named Yeba. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of her before. She's a croony sort of feelingsy singer. That I wanted to sing today, but I'm also like extraordinarily nervous. Like, and so, but it perfectly encompasses the way that I feel about my mom and how I felt about being 7 hours away from her and trying to do the performing thing and all that sort of a thing. So I don't know if there's, I don't know. It just feels like this was kind of serendipitous that we're talking about moms, but also, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, thank you. No, good answer. Good answer. Yeah, no, I get it. Especially me being an artist myself, and being fortunate to have supportive parents. I've also been around people who did not have supportive parents, and just knowing, you know, what that's kind of like on the outside looking in a way. No pressure to perform or do anything that you don't want to do, but it's here if you would like. Take your time. You don't owe anyone anything, you know. But yeah. You wanted to speak again? I'm trying to remember.
Not again.
Not again? For the first time?
Yeah, I didn't say anything before. Her daughter did. You
I
said you were
know.
going to come back for her.
I know, but she said something. Am I seeing?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay. No, I know that, but no, something else happened in my brain. Okay, here you go. Tell us your name as well.
Hi, I'm Pauline, and well, my mom has dementia right now, and that's actually it's sad, but there is so much humor to be had in this experience with my mom. But the one detractor in all of it is that we are never going to grow our relationship. As she moves forward in her path with dementia, she becomes more and more like a child. And that one stage that I was really looking forward to of mentorship is never going to happen. And all those things that I was putting off till we were adults to kind of resolve between us, it's not going to happen. So with my own children who are 22 and 27 and have come back to the nest because it's cheaper to live there.
Amen.
To hear them say that I always created a safe space for them to say whatever they needed to say, and to feel our relationship changing from, you know, parent to child to mentor, not quite to peer, but, you know, more of a mentorship relationship, has been really special for me.
Yeah. Beautiful answer. Listen, she ain't lying about that, okay? Living with I'm very grateful to have parents that I can live with, okay? Because, baby, don't get it twisted, though. I still be giving that little portion for the bills, okay? Everybody like, oh, you stay what you want. Baby, it's still real, okay? Beautiful answer. I feel like that should be every parent's goal, create a safe space and just, you know what I'm saying? These were beautiful answers. Did everyone speak that wanted to speak? We have time. Don't have a lot of signups. So the question was, we was talking about Mother's Day. So what's your favorite thing about your mother? You know, you're male or male identifying, so I can't say what's your favorite thing about being a mom. You know, if there's a rift in your relationship, you feel comfortable talking about that, or you have other motherly figures in your life and you want to talk about them, your favorite thing about them. We're just talking about the mamas right now.
Yeah, I love moms. My ex-girlfriend's mom, actually, well, something interesting. I've been getting pretty close to my mom because I'm going to have to, because I actually just got fired from my job today.
Oh, wow.
So I actually have to move all the way back to Maryland and probably like in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I would, you know, she was talking to me, she was just really supportive, she was really, kind about everything.
Yeah.
And she's like pretty much the type of lady. She's like, yo, you gotta work hard. You gotta look presentable and everything, and get a good job. But I lost my job.
Yeah.
Today, literally, I got fired today.
Yeah.
And then, but she was really kind. She was like, me and your grandma. She said, we can live here.
Yeah. What's your name as well?
Jordan.
Jordan. Okay. Yes. Okay. I had to make sure. Okay. Yeah. Good answer. I'm so sorry that you got fired. Listen, life happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to be so positive, man.
Yeah. Everything.
It's pretty sad. Kind of like the job.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason, though. You never know what you're being protected from. You never know what's to come afterwards. Just to give you some positivity, just because,
Looking forward to change.
Yeah.
Changing patterns and stuff.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is that you could come back home. I feel like it's always comforting to come back to your folks.
I'm about to go back to Maryland.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah. Thanks for sharing with us. Everybody else, has everyone else shared? Yes? Going once, going twice, sold, yes? Okay, cool. I think this was a beautiful discussion. What y'all think? I think we done got the gears going, okay? Yes, beautiful answers. So Mother's Day is coming up on the 12th, so be sure to, show a mama some love if you are a mother. We didn't get that perspective on like what's your favorite thing, like looking forward to being a mom, you know what I'm saying? And let me see, I'm not saying, like, if it's in my car, it's great, but I'm not saying I'm actively seeking it out, at least not right now. I'm 23 years old. I think I would look forward to just creating more good individuals for society. I think that I look around and you get older and you learn that all of this money, all these houses, all these clothes, you learn that it does not matter. I feel like we all went through that phase as a child. We were comparing ourselves, and it was really bad for me because of the school I went to. I went to Davidson Fine Arts, unfortunately. And so I was in this constant state of comparing, and then I got older and I started seeing people's characters outside of those things, and I said, oh, wow, okay. So you learn that none of that really matters, but what matters is your character. I look forward to instilling, if I am a mother one day, I look forward to instilling good character traits in my child, because the world needs more of that, And I think I also look forward to seeing my parents be grandparents. Them giving my kids what they wish they could have given us, because praying that we would be more established, and sometimes it just takes trial and error. Simply put, sometimes life happens, and you got to push through it and things like that. But just looking forward to how my future child or children will be loved, and that be the center of all relationships within having a family. So I thought I'd give that perspective. Did anyone else want to give that perspective? Yeah? No? Everybody like, child, I ain't having no kids out here. You see how expensive stuff is? That's why I said if, because baby, okay. But yes, beautiful answers. So answers and beautiful discussion. I'm glad we got to do that. Let's get back into some sign-ups. I saw y'all over here signing up. We got Dan Ellison. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, come up, Dan Ellison, everybody. Need a mic stand? Are you good?
Hey, how's everyone doing? Thank you guys for making this possible. This is awesome. I've never done this. I've only done this maybe coming close to about a dozen times now, and I've never done it with my wife in the audience. So, and I like to be a little selfish and do two, if that's okay. Yeah. But I can make it quick. My wife can attest to the fact that I can make it quick. And that's kind of the point of both of these pieces that I'm going to share. Humor is a big part of our love language, and I'm a bit of a masochist when it comes to our humor, and don't let her demeanor fool you. She is a bit of a sadist. And she looks charming, but she's... Ooh. Anyway. And this first one is called Ironic Maiden. And the first two lines are from Shakespeare. I'm sure you'll probably know that, but credit where credit's due. How shall I compare thee to a warm summer's day? Nay, for thou surest to laugh where my intention should stray. Say, what's from bottom as thou thinkest I am, that I should soon swain for some dusty pig scam? It's far closer to compare thee to the sharpest of glaives, cutting through the bullshit of any modern keep knave, cutting us to bone, shearing all too quick, disarming Romeos, full-out fools, and half-wits. And this is why I love thee, for thy iconic savagery, slicing any sappy fops, fraught-filled naughty fragilities. So no, not to some summer's day, for these must surely wane, nor winter shades, for too soon they will also end, but to the stars above, whose silence sashay, forever basking in thy cold cosmic wind. Thank you. This next one and my last one is I actually wrote for a. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, this is a little late, but these are PG or PG-13 for suggestion, not for language.
You got it during your introduction.
Thank you. I thought so. I was testing the waters.
It's okay.
Okay. But I have written children's content, and I'm not trying to plug that or anything like that, but I am careful what I put out there. But I do want to shout out, because I did write this for a podcast, and it's called The Art of Seduction, and it's in tandem with the website called All Poetry. We were talking about it. It's a free site. They do sell memberships, but it's completely free, and it's huge. It's all over the world. If you're not on it, you need to check it out. If you get on it, hit me up. I'll follow you. But and you can find me under, you can even Google. Once you get on there, you can Google your own poems just by your name or the title of the poem and the site, whatever. But anyway, this next one is called Keeping It Clean, and I did write it for the Art of Seduction podcast. But my wife definitely inspired it. You told me to keep this clean, but you really want me down and dirty? And how can I refuse you in your being so sexy and flirty? For I know all your true desires. Years of marital bliss has prepared me. So relax and don't lift a finger. We'll start with romantic poetry. Next, I'll bring you an orchid to give an hour massage, after which I'll do the dishes, and after that, clean the garage. Go wild on me, a shopping spree. Here, why don't you take my card? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'll be mowing that nasty old yard. Watch me bend seductively, plugging in this stiff vacuum for some nice and slow suctioning, dusty rugs of every room. And when I get down on my knees, you will squeal in real ecstasy. Those baseboards will simply gleam. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? 'Cause I'll be working up a sweat, lathering in our soiled sheets, doing the laundry and putting it up. Tonight's dinner will be my treat. Then prepare for some soft sensual screwing of those light bulbs that still needed changing. Or if feeling risque, we could even attempt a bit of furniture rearranging. I think I'm gonna stop this poem now. It's coming too close to obscene, 'cause I can get downright filthy, fulfilling your needs of clean. Thank you, guys.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. I love that so much. Listen, women, we like when y'all be doing stuff around the house, okay? Keep it clean, okay? Listen. Love the little innuendos, the wordplay. Listen, I love it. All right, we have Caribbean Nights. Caribbean Nights. Oh, so you got a new artist name now. Okay. Uh-oh, we're going to have to talk about this. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Come on up.
So, can I do one? Could I do two? They're really long. Or they're pretty long.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody was talking about Mother's Day, and unfortunately I don't have good stories on Mother's Day, but I'm going to read a poem. I might end up I'm going to change the mood, make it a little tense. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're a disruptor. I love it.
Okay, so this first one is called She Was My Mother Earth. All right. She was my Mother Earth. I was her fault line. It took nothing but a passing, a shifting, the sound of me playing or laughing, and that vibration had frightening consequences. See, all I ever wanted was for her to see me, hold me, love me. But the sight of me made my mother tremor violently, shaking as if shot by a taser, as if her body was standing in water and I'm that exposed electrical wire someone threw in her tub. My mother was a derailed freight train, and I never understood why. Because it seemed I was more than a bad reminder, because my very presence was a trigger, triggering some form of negative force stored in her very core, cosmic sideways wave that dragged the earth from beneath my feet. Her mouth splitting wide open, making every effort to swallow me whole, to bury me, because that's the only way my mother would hold me. Growing up, my mother never told me she loved me. Her love has always felt like Mother Nature's catastrophes, like being caught in a frozen blizzard, stranded on a lonely highway,
or in a tornado bent on ripping away everything that dares to hold me, leaving me seeking shelter in a cellar, or in a hurricane that has me soaked in sweat and tears and as exposed as a naked snail, squirming, wincing at all the salt being poured on me. Her love left me near drowning, wading through flood waters as if for anything called affection to hold on to. My body and my heart are casualties of war. Both have been thrown, ripped, twisted, and crushed like paper. My head hurts, my heart aches as I bleed tears of neglect and abuse, and I am left starving, dying, thirsty for her to love me, while the blood like water drains from my body. Like all the years I've spent wishing for her love to save me. I was naive, not able to understand all her rage targeted at me. As the intensity of everything she feels for me oozes from her body, I can taste it. It's bitter, like bile. The acid of it are words she spit at me, burning me, breaking me, rendering me worthless, leaving me forever scarred, traumatized with trust issues, trusting no one, especially mother figures, not knowing how to give love or be loved. My self-esteem was non-existent, while I am filled with all the rage she gave to me. My tongue, like hers, a weapon, the only gift she ever gave freely. She's gone now, dead of septic shock. And I often wonder, did all the bitter bile rendered itself too toxic for her body? Was the resentment she harbored for me the thing that did her in? And it hurts to think a mother could despise her own child that much, so as to let her body, her own blood, be poisoned by the hate she was dispensing to me like medicine. But despite all that, I'm still waiting for her to love me. Somebody going out.
Alrighty. Yeah. It takes a lot to get up here and share your truth. Yes. So I commend her. Thank you, David. Yes. Did anyone else want to perform? We have Pauline. Yes? All right, clap her up, guys. Yes.
Got any English major nerds out there? Know what a sestina is? Okay. Of course, the Shakespearean person would. I am by no means a real poet, but my husband and I would challenge each other every Valentine's Day to write a poem. And of course, he's an English major and an English teacher, and so always difficult to win that particular contest. But with this sestina, I felt like I beat him. I'm really proud of it. For those of you who don't know what a sestina is, you have 6 words and about 7 stanzas, with the last stanza broken up into 2 lines each. And you have to use those 6 words over and over and over again in the ending of your stanzas, but in a different prescribed order. And the prescribed order is very much something that is locked in stone, so you can't just use the 6 words in any order that you like. It's got to be in the pattern that's prescribed. So this was my Valentine poem to, ironically, my soon-to-be ex about 3 years ago. I remember the time before us when we were free. No commitments pledged for effort or time. listening to the soul-eyed singers, shrieking their songs of love and filling our heads with promises of yet to come. As midnight passed, our hearts beat the rhythm of the dance, bodies turning, bouncing, gyrating to Mixolydian dreams. Fresh released from high school hallways, we took youth's visceral dreams, hand-painted our futures in pulsing strokes, free from boundary and structure, a mosh pit of dance, of red teenage passion and the cool blue jazz of wasted time, seeking partners in our dance with love, wishing for the one to finally come. But really, what did we know of love? A wish to share multicolored dreams in a monochromatic world. Someone who would come like magic when we no longer wished to be so free, listening for the peal of bells to herald it was time to sing vows of commitment within the extended remix of this dance. Soon enough, the tango becomes a quick step dance of work and diapers and bedtime stories. The proof of love in meals prepared, scraped knees kissed, no time over the cacophony of kids and snarling horns of traffic to feel free, lost to the march step of schedule and all that's come from negotiating need with dreams. As the drum beats the passage of time, we've come to step on our partner's toes in what's become an asynchronous dance, forgetting the songs of hearts and minds flying free, earthbound by sacrifices to love and the canvases of pentimenti dreams, wondering how to slow back to waltz in 3/4 time. We push our young songbirds from the nest to sing their own dreams and face each other with life-worn bodies for a gentler dance, more suited to aches and weakness, and in which love winds through etudes that seek free expression. Solo riffs instead of rifts that come from the need to leave our signature on time. It's strange how the longer we listen, the melody quickens, but the song shortens its time to play. And still we choose to partner, held close for this dance. We don't know what compositions are yet to come, but the battered heart improvises a better lyric to love, and through new discoveries of self and other are free to create a final opus to the beauty of shared dreams.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. All right, how's everybody's heart? How's our minds? Everybody feeling a little lighter? Yes, it got a little heavy. I'm just trying to make sure everyone is okay. I'm very mindful about how we send people home. Yes, y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for coming. I'm very mindful of how I send others home, so I just want to make sure everyone is okay. If you are not okay, please feel free to let me know. We can talk it out. I can try to make you laugh and things like that. Yeah, so that was actually our last sign up. So did anyone else have any closing words? David, are you good? You're good? Okay. Be sure to follow us on Instagram. I believe our Instagram is Spoken Woods. It is still dead on the IG, okay? Just when life come to it, just be like, oh my God, okay? Also be sure to like and follow the Back to Nature page on Facebook. That is where you can keep up with all other events as well as Spoken Woods. Far as Spoken Woods, we will be back on, I cannot see. We will be back on June 6th. Okay, so mark it down on your calendars. I would love to see y'all there. It makes me so happy. I've gotten to the point I know who the regulars are and I just be seeking y'all out, things like that. It's very special to just see this growing. So thank y'all so much for spending your time with us. Once again, if your heart or mind is feeling heavy, do not go home that way. Just come speak to one of us. We can talk it out as much time as you need. Safe travels to everyone. I hope that you guys have a good rest of your week. And yes, this concludes Spoken Woods for May. So yes, thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good night. Much love.
All right, thank you all for being here. Be safe, and we'll see you soon.
Exit music.
John.